Hello, and welcome to some very dramatic violin. Today is a very special day. If you don't know, today is the 1-year anniversary of starting this channel. Me starting this channel. Anyway. I don't know, I'm very excited. I hope you are as well, and here's to another wonderful year of playing lots of more games. It is also, I am deciding, the beginning of fall. Yes, I know it's August. No, I don't care. I live in Florida now. I don't get seasons. So I'm deciding that fall starts now. And everyone else is just going to have to live with it. So, in the spirit of fall, and in the spirit of my work starting to switch over to a more autumnal-themed programming, which I'm very excited for, which is really going to kick off next month. We're going to start playing something a little spookier, a little more serious, a little darker. But hopefully not too dark. We're saving that for October proper. Gonna go back to Amnesia, but that's a spoiler for what's coming. Anyway, this is a game that I have been wanting to play on this channel since I started it, actually. It's one of the things that I debated last October playing, but I didn't have enough time to really get it started and do it justice, because this is a bit of a longer game. So I've been waiting patiently for fall to roll around again, so we can finally give this game a try. This is, as you can see, Vampyr. And the basics, and we're just gonna find out together what this game is all about. I know a little bit about this game, but there's a lot that I don't know, and I'm very excited to experience it with you. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
So dramatic.
Death.
Gross.
Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Oh, hello. Gross. I think we've had a bad night of drinking. You never want to wake up in the body pit. It's just, it's not a good look. Huh. Ooh. Oh. We're not walking great. Okay, we got our feet under us a little bit. Seems we're not feeling very good. Oh. I'm gonna...
So thirsty.
Let's follow the red. Seems important. What are you? This person seems to know us. She seems very happy to see us. That's good. We have a friend. So maybe someone who can help us. Oh. Well, not if you do that, Johnathan. No one's going to help you if you keep biting them.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary!
Oh, no.
No! Mary!
I guess we know her. Bro, I think it's too late for that.
Please, hold on! Oh, God.
I think you killed her, bro.
Mary. No. No.
It's on you, my guy. Yeah, she did.
What have I done? This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Ow. Yeah, most people don't like vampires, Johnathan. Let's go.
These patrols are after me. No! No! Don't shoot!
Oh, is that? Yeah, we
This
can
is a
sprint.
nightmare. I need to get out of here.
Why are you yelling? You're going to give away where we are.
This can't be happening.
It's happening.
No! Please, stop! I mean you no harm.
They did just watch you eat somebody. Where are we going? Is this where we were?
Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Hello?
Where'd it go?
Please take this. No. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. I've been...
Now, I can defend myself.
Is that high on your priority list?
Kill that thing!
Oh.
Who are you?
Ah!
Back! Don't let it out to your side! Sorry, but you left me no choice.
Why are we yelling? So loud. It's a little echoey.
Who are you? Stupid beast! Burn him! That's what you do with leeches.
Ow. Hold on, it's gonna take me a minute. I've been playing Nintendo, so my buttons are all confused. It looks like our health cap has gone down. That's not good.
No, please, stop!
Ah. What are they shooting me with?
Who are you? Oh, Christ!
I'm gonna die. Johnathan, do you want to maybe eat one of these people?
I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? Ah! Ah! What in God's
That'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me.
That was funny. The camera didn't know who to follow. That's a brilliant little cutscene there.
The sun.
Certain enemies,
Looks like it's burning me to
elements. Aggravated damage reduces your max health. Okay. That's great. How do I fix that?
the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go!
Ah. Quick. I don't need more fire. Can I
I
please?
need to find shelter.
You need to eat somebody. I assume that's how we get health back.
Is anybody there? What is this place?
Yeah, you push that bookcase.
Place seems abandoned.
Who are you talking
I
to?
should be safe enough here.
Are you talking to yourself? Okay, our health is regenning naturally. Oh no. Damn it. Wrong button. It's gonna take me some getting used to. She looks like she's been dead for a while. Decay has set in. Probably not any good blood left in her.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Is that my pocket watch?
Pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities.
That's a mood.
What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
What are the odds that we find our
That's
watch
impossible.
in some random house? I feel like that's very unlikely. Also, Johnathan, you just ate somebody. Like, drank all of her blood. Nothing is impossible. You woke up in the body pit. Ooh, alcohol. That's what we need. We need to get drunk. Or maybe we don't. Maybe that's how we ended up in the body pit. Look, Johnathan, I don't know what time this is, but it seems to be a rather long time ago. People getting accidentally mistaken for dead happened all the time back then. It was a real fear. They used to sell special coffins with bells so that if you got buried alive and then you woke up later, they would just... you could just ring the bell and then they would let you out because people were afraid that they would get buried alive on accident. Oh, he must be recently dead if he's still stiff. The body downstairs seemed like it had been dead a lot longer.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No. There's time. I can save him.
That's us.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Alright. So we're a doctor, and we were in the war.
No, it never got easy.
Oh, look, we got bite marks on our neck still. Continuity. Do we have a way to look at our inventory? We can look at a map. Okay. Where are we? River... oh, it's the Thames. Okay. It's a big area. Cool. Okay, so we have a used machete. We got stats. We got stats. We also have blood. Well, we don't have blood, technically. Power and mesmerize. Abilities, that's fun. What, oh my. Junk. Hey, I thought this was our watch. It's got good resale value, or we can recycle it into components. That means there's crafting. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is in-depth. What? Citizen menu. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be a lot. This is why I wanted to get this started early in the season. Because I have a feeling it's gonna take us a while. Ooh, almost missed that. Shillings. Can we see ourselves? That's a dirty-ass mirror. We can see ourselves. Maybe? Yes, we've been over this.
Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me?
Nom.
No! No! I still have so much to accomplish.
Now you have forever to accomplish it, Johnathan.
I still have so much left that needs doing.
And now you have as much time as you could possibly want. You have infinite time now. Until the universe dies of inevitable heat death. Well, actually, probably the sun will explode before then. That'll kill you good. Ooh. Probably should have looked at that first. Oh well. Yeah, you did that.
Brother. What have you done?
Oh, that was our sister. I missed that earlier.
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
They didn't do anything to you. Or to her. You're responsible for what happened to her. A new collectible. Whoops. Where do I see collectibles? Weaknesses of vampires. That seems important. Leeches do not fear the sun or fire, and they do not burst into flames or ashes when they are caught under the rays of daylight, but it hurts them good. Really good. I have personally chained a vampire to a tree to see what would happen when the sun rises. Its skin blackened in a few minutes as if it was burning from the inside. The eyes and flesh melted, and I saw its unholy bones move and squeal as the beast tried to escape all day long. In the end, only a desiccated corpse remained, which started to slowly regenerate when the sun disappeared behind the horizon. I cut its head off to finally destroy it, and when I tried the same test with fire, the bloody leech never came back from the ashes. Fire is our weapon of choice, brothers. To burn the beast is the best way to kill it for good. From Know Your Enemy by Carl Eldritch. Good last name. Pruin Leader. Okay, so sun hurt, but don't kill. Fire definitely kill. Alright, well, seems we've done everything here.
I can almost feel the sun's rays like a physical weight pressing against the wood.
Okay, I guess we can't leave. Oh, and I almost missed more shillings. Alright, so what? Do we find a bed? Do we sleep? Pass the time? While away the hours? Oh, there is a bed. I guess we wait for night.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it.
Yeah, sure. Nightmares definitely feel this real.
So be it.
Oh. You know, most people just pinch themselves to try and wake themselves up. Also, going for the heart. Interesting choice. Not going for the head?
Rational thinking only.
Okay. Was that rational? Ooh. Title screen. That was good. Ooh. This game is nothing if not dramatic. Do vampires bleed? I guess they do. Well, that didn't work. That is a lot of blood.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Mad as it is, as mad as the moon, who changes blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
What? Evolution. A hideout bed allows you to evolve and rest. Spend experience points to level up and improve your vampiric skills. Okay. Autophagy. Drain your own blood to heal normal and aggravated damage instantly. Okay. That's the only thing we have unlocked. Blood barrier, coagulation, spring, shadow veil, ultimates. Rage abyss, blood cauldron, claws, blood spear, shadow mist, body conditioning, big thirst, blood capacity, science. What is that doing here? And we can do hard biting and fast regeneration. Okay. Oh, wow. There's a lot. There's a lot of menus. Okay. So we have 1700 experience. And it, what, takes 600? Vampires use the power... The vampire uses the power of his blood to heal normal and aggravated damage, increasing his flesh, nerve, and bone regeneration. Can be extremely powerful. We think of vampires as immortal, but if you can block their unnatural regenerative capabilities, they're more vulnerable than you think. Okay. Interesting. We have to level up. I can unlock one aggressive skill. Okay. Shadow Mist. Does shadow damage. It's ranged, it looks like. Place a cloud of shadows at the target's feet or yours. The cloud will explode. Blood Spear. It's a little cheaper. Does blood damage. You throw a spear made of blood, which can pass through enemies in front of you. Or claws. Close range. Strike that will cut through living creatures in front of you. This sounds interesting but hard to use. Cost 20, recovery 5. Cost 25, recovery 3. Cost 25, recovery 3. I think we'll do one of these. Let's try Blood Spear. That sounds fun. Vampires wield their blood and throw it like a spear. The power can take time to charge, but it's deadly effective at medium to long range. It's a powerful tool for vampires who don't like close combat. If you cannot avoid the bloodsucker's attack, just try to keep your mouth closed. Gross. Alright, sure, we'll try it. Why not? Alright. I just know how to do this now, I guess. Did the voice in my head tell me how to do this? Oh, it's night now. Lovely.
That voice in my head.
I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Okay. There's a hideout just across the bridge. Identify and confront the vampire who created me. Okay. So I'm just heading towards the docks. Chapter 1, Quarantine. Conduct research on my new condition. Okay. We've got left bumper is heal, right bumper is blood spear. Okay. Alright. Apologize if the game is dark. Just know it is dark for me too. And I've done the best that I could. Uh-oh. Wait.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Wait, there was a body here, and now there's a whole bunch of blood. That don't seem great. I need some new clothes, 'cause I am covered in dirt and blood and God knows what else.
It's a leech. Here!
Ooh, that was fun. Can we do that more?
My head's spinning.
You need to eat.
I cannot enter.
I'm still a person. Sort of. What'd we get? A used stake. You can use it by pressing Y. They have attacks with special effects and consume stamina. Okay, so I've got a machete or a stake. We got a key. Can I use that upstairs? I want to know what's in this room.
It's locked.
Well, didn't I just get a key? I guess it's not a key for here. I don't know. Hold on. Didn't I just get a key? Quest item. Okay, I don't know.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Oh. Stun. Press Y to use your stake and inflict stun damage.
Die, vermin!
Ow.
A strength I never knew I had.
What's over here? Give me more blood.
I cannot enter.
Okay, the fact that there's a bunch of locked doors makes me think I'll be able to come back here at some point, which is interesting.
This one stinks already. Get in with us, Freddy! We found one!
Whoops. How do I attack again? I've already forgotten. Ow. You, come here. Tasty.
This shouldn't be possible. Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
I could heal. I don't really need to. Ow! Where'd you come from? How do I bite more? Ow! Okay. Okay.
My strength. My reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
You're just now getting that. I'd like to get a bigger suck, please. I would like to get more blood. Okay, now we're at the bridge. It is stable. Whatever that means. I should hope the bridge is stable. We need to walk across it. Ha 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 ha. Where are we going? Just walking. Hello?
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Give me a rat.
This is despicable.
I don't care. Where's the other one? Haha, got him.
I can't believe I'm doing
Oh, don't be
this.
such a baby.
It's
We're
locked
getting
already.
blood. Okay?
I cannot enter.
Oh no. Do you have to be invited in first? That's cool.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control
Oh,
it.
lovely. Good for you. Proud of you. So proud of you, Jonathan. We're getting closer. 15 meters, 10 meters. Oh, oh, something on the ground. It's rats.
This is despicable.
Oh, don't be such a baby, Jonathan. This blood is going to help you kill the humans. Yes, you have to kill the humans. They are trying to kill you. Where am I going? Oh.
What will London have to say to me?
Probably, go away. He's trying to kill us.
It's locked, all right.
Alright.
I've so many questions unanswered.
Yeah, I know. Limehouse Dock.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Hello? Is she gonna jump at me?
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Toggle vampiric senses.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong.
Okay, buddy.
Where has everyone gone?
Well, haven't you heard there's a vampire about? Oh, I see more down there. Hideout. Alright, let's hide out. You found a new hideout where you can spend your experience and rest while resting or craft items at a workbench. Cool. I don't know how to craft. I can refill. What sort of things can I craft? I can make medical treatments to heal sick citizens, serums to boost myself, or weapon upgrades. Treatment for fatigue. Use it to cure a citizen during a dialogue. Treatment for anemia. That's an important one. Sort of things. Quinine, ferrous tartrate, and sodium hypochlorite solution. Oh, it takes the same things. It just takes more of them, it looks like. Treatment for sepsis. Oh my. We don't have very much experience, so I guess we'll just keep going. Alright. thought I saw something sort of shiny. I guess not. Okay. Oh. Blood quality unknown.
At last, a little life.
Speak to the locals. Hi.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
You could say that.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Hi, Dyson. Did anyone enter the bar? What's going on around here?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog. Eh?
Is it just a fairy tale?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be
Very
monsters.
philosophical of you, Dyson. Did anyone enter the bar?
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle. See?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
Calm down,
I
Johnathan.
don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
Johnathan,
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Johnathan, I think you need to calm down. Let's talk to the barkeep. Usually they know things.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
I didn't want to talk to him again.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Goodbye. I was trying to talk to the bartender.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it gonna be a long night?
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the
Why
murders?
does everyone start with that? About the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of the flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our
So
own.
delightfully
People
British.
die in these parts all the time, and no one
Oh, I'm
cares.
sorry. What is it's a bar, Johnathan. It's a bar. What do you mean, what is this place?
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here
Oh my.
recently.
What are
Wondered
you
if
on?
you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Kies.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Like a gentleman, I guess. Well dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
Ooh.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You with me? This is a respectable establishment.
Absolutely, sir. You got it. I'm sorry that I walked in and I'm covered in blood.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs.
Oh, Dyson. First door you said, right?
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
He's eavesdropping.
You, sir. You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Who, me? I ain't been dropping no eaves, sir.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
Ow.
I need a word. With anyone.
Can you put that down, please? It's really hurting me. Oh, thank God. Thank.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Hi. New here. Just woke up. Name's Johnathan. Vampire, I guess. Don't know how it happened. Hello?
And who might you be?
I'm Johnathan? I don't know. Press for details. Dr. Edgar Swansea. He hasn't introduced himself, so I don't know how I know that. He's got a lot of blood. If I ate him, I'd get a lot of experience for it. He's a pillar of his community. I don't know.
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Isn't it?
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like
Vampires aren't real. You seem like an expert. This is not real. I'm a victim too. I think Johnathan would say this is not real.
You can't be serious. I'm not a... No. I can't be a vampire.
Sir, believe me, this is very real. You are a vampire.
What a conversation.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I am performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is
I think
going
I have a
on.
vampire cat. She's giving me very dainty bites. Lay down. What is this brotherhood?
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Okay, that's not helpful.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat
Oh,
unsavory.
pish posh.
But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Hey, who were you talking to, by the way?
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Aw, they're getting along so well.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great
What is
deal.
happening?
We're both chasing the same shadow.
What on earth? I guess I'm not sure. Johnathan doesn't seem to be sure of much of anything.
This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I want answers.
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Well, that was very kind of you. Didn't know we were going to leave on such good terms. Ah. Sorry, I'm stuck on your door.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Hello.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
What's going on?
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
Let's ask about the epidemic.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
And the murders?
The murders? What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
Interesting. I want the truth, I guess.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened?
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Oh.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin, his hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
Got that nice over-the-shoulder shot.
Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Citizen hints. You've just discovered a hint. It reveals a secret about a citizen. As a vampire, oh boy, you need human blood to evolve. The blood quality bar indicates the experience you'll get if you feed on a citizen. Unlock hints to increase... Oh dear goodness. Tom and Will Bishop used to be good friends. So if I want to eat Tom, I have to know about him? Oh boy. Well, he is worth quite a bit, actually. Yikers. Oh, and here's Dyson. I could eat Dyson. He's tired. Well, that makes sense. So if I give him a fatigue cure, he'll have better blood quality. I could eat him. Hardly seems worth it. I could eat Sabrina. Oh, we're in a different community, I guess. We don't know what community Swansea is the pillar of. And we don't know who the pillar of this community is. I also don't know what these mean exactly. It's very interesting. There's quite a bit. I guess maybe we'll talk to Dyson. He seems like somebody I could eat. but I need to know more about him before I do. Hi, Dyson.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Okay, no.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Okay. Hey, Tom. I know you lied to me.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
As a vampire, you can force a citizen to reveal information thanks to a hint. Okay.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
The tea.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. Can barely stand up most of the time.
Fair enough.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Why'd you lie to me?
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
I have a feeling he's not gonna be coming back. Ever. Can I zoom in? Whoops, that's the wrong... I can. Okay. Is that as far? It's a little drifty. That's fine, though. Turquoise Turtle Pub. It's what a cute name. Alright. Let's...
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess. No.
Okay, so... It's over this way, right?
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city?
Let's see. So what, he's over here somewhere? Ooh. Can I read this? I can. Would you like to know more? Join the Royal Fleet today. Ask your nearest recruiting officer. Okay. Do you want to join the Navy, Johnathan? That might involve a bit too much sunlight, actually. Ooh, there's blood. Anything to look at over here? No.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Is that Will? Let's see. Let's start broad.
Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker.
Okay, let's look at the outfit.
This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
Okay.
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim.
Alright, let's look at the note.
What's this? Some sort of note.
Pruin orders. October 30th. Ooh, from G. McCullum to Docks Patrol. Multiple deaths in the docks region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast. Purge it and quickly. Warning, according to recent reports, this vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. I know we lack men in this part of town, but don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we've got a frenzied one killing each night. As always, search abandoned places first, like old houses, basements, sewers, or warehouses. Destroy the Leech brothers.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters.
Yeah, they're the ones who've been trying to kill you.
There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Over there? Can I jump to it? Yeah, I can. Nice. Alright. Oh. There's hunters. And a gunner. Where does the blood go? Oh, over here. I see it now. Opportunity attack. Okay, I guess I have to... Whoops. I definitely did the wrong thing there. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Game lagging. I can block, can't I? Is that a thing? Oh, nice. Follow the tracks that way. What's in here? Ranged weapon. Equip and press Y to use your ranged weapon. Inflict standard and stun damage.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
How do I... how do I... I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. Press L to spot enemies around and display their enemy cards. Resistances. He's resistant to melee and ranged, but not blood or shadow. So he's very resistant to ranged, so we don't want to shoot him. Okay. And this guy? Also resistant to ranged. Whoops. Ah, I dodged. I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. Okay. That went okay. What do you got? Handle parts and shillings? I'll take it. There's more guards. Let me get up here. Where am I going? It's a good question. Am I going in here? There's a guy. Oh, there's a lot of blood. You seem unpleasant. Ooh. This is fun. Oh, there's a guy over here. A fire executioner.
That's this nest of them cleaned out. Stay close, keep an eye on each other.
Oops. I didn't mean to do my stun attack, but that's okay.
Over there! There's one of them birds!
Ow. Ooh, there's a gunner. Hold on. You first. Let's have a little nibble. Oh, they can regenerate health too, it looks like. That's interesting. Alright, there's blood all over the place here, right? Yeah. And there's another guy. Rats and hideouts. Rats are often located near hideouts. Is there a hideout? Is that a hideout? It is a hideout. Keep out. Well, I didn't do that. I still don't have any ingredients, do I? Yeah. Oh, but I can... Oh, I see. This is how you upgrade. Interesting. And I can recycle. Let's go ahead and recycle this. Don't know if we'll do that yet. But I think that is going to do it for us for this first episode here. We've found our way to a nice little safe house. Maybe we will do a little bit of evolving. We might look and see what we can do. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed our introduction into being a vampire. We are still covered in blood. We really should get a change of clothing at some point. Let's, my sensitivity is too high, I think. No. Let's take this money. I assume we'll buy things at some point. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed being a vampire with me. I'm having fun. I hope you are as well. Hopefully next time we will track down the killer and maybe we can figure out who turned us into a vampire. That would be nice. But until then, bye-bye.